Good morning, NC State. This is Meteorologist Cothran Harris from NCSU Weather with your forecast for today. Alright, first let's talk about the satellite. I want you to direct your attention to this curved area of clouds around the Gulf Coast states. That is from a cold front that just pushed through, and it's going to give us much cooler, milder, nicer weather for the next couple of days. So, let's talk about it. We got comfortable weather coming up. We have the NCSU football game on Saturday against Presbyterian coming up. And last but not least, we may have our first taste of fall coming up. Could we? I'll tell you pretty soon. Alrighty, let's look at this surface map. We have a pretty strong high pressure right here in the Great Lakes region. Pretty strong. It's going to be directing this northeast flow right from the Mid-Atlantic towards Raleigh, North Carolina. It's going to be directing milder, cooler air into this region, and it's just going to be a lot more comfortable. So for today, I'm looking at a high of 80, partly cloudy and comfortable, with winds out of the northeast from 4 to 7 miles per hour. And with breaking down your class-to-class schedule, when you're going to class around 9 a.m., should be still pretty crisp, around 65 degrees. At noon, it's going to warm up substantially to 75 degrees. And then finally, on your way back from class to your apartment, to your dorm, or what have you, we should be dealing with the peak heating of the day at 79 degrees. Finally, for tonight, we're talking about a low of around 61, a few clouds, nothing really to write home about tonight. It's pretty average weather for this time of year in Raleigh. And tomorrow, as you notice, that high pressure that I mentioned earlier is going to be scooting on to the east, but it's still going to be persisting. It's still pretty strong, and it's still going to be giving us a nice northeast flow of air, which is going to be giving us mild temperatures, mild, comfortable temperatures, and who can complain about that? So for tomorrow, I'm calling for a high of 77, a little bit cooler than today, but it shouldn't be that much of a difference. Barely noticeable, and winds from northeast at 5 to 10 miles per hour. Winds a little bit speedier than today. Elsewhere in America, we're dealing with the remnants of Hurricane Odile. Odile earlier this week came across Baja California as the strongest hurricane to ever hit Baja California. It's not that strong now, but the remnants are still going to bring heavy rain to the desert southwest region, and that's a place that shouldn't get that much rain. And there could be some flooding problems there pretty soon. So for the football game against Presbyterian, there's going to be a lot of families out there. It's Families Day, Parents' Day. Tailgate, that's going to be during the peak heating of the day. I'm calling for it to be 79 around that time. So be sure to drink a lot of water and to put sunscreen on, because it's still going to be, even though 79, it's still going to be pretty hot. Kickoff, it's going to be a few hours after the tailgate, obviously. Should cool down a little bit because we are approaching the evening. However, it should be still pretty warm at 77. And lastly, as the sun goes down for halftime, temperature should drop off substantially to 72. It should be very pleasant. All right, lastly, let's check out this 5-day forecast. Nothing really to write home about. It's going to stay pretty much the same forecast for the most of the week. Now, I want you to direct your attention to Monday. I'm calling for a few showers. That's because a cold front could come across early next week, around Monday or Tuesday. I'm still trying to figure out the day, but this cold front will be a lot stronger than the past cold fronts that we've had, and it could give us our first taste of real crisp fall weather. And we could have some showers with that frontal passage, so that's why I'm including that in there. Other than that, a pretty benign forecast. All right, lastly, you can like us on Facebook at NCSU Weather. You can follow us on Twitter at NCSU Weather, and on YouTube to look at past forecasts and this forecast. You can go to NCSU Weather there. I'm Meteorologist Cothran Harris. Thank you for watching.